What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Beginner Bike Giveaway series. We are back with dumb mini bikes doing even dumber things. Today we are turning this little beast into a scrambler. As you can tell, we've already got the little knobbies on it. We're gonna do that ourselves. Took it to a shop, got it swapped in, but today we're gonna be doing bark busters, skid plate, exhaust, tail tidy, all kinds of fun stuff on this bike. Stick around, we're gonna get started. Why are we doing this Scrambler Grom build?
Well, as you know, we have the ADV Grom out there, which has proved itself on the long way round. We took it way out into the elements, and now we need to get this Grom ready to compete. We're actually gonna do Grom Battle Take 2 sometime next week, and we gotta get this thing ready to hit some gnarly single track, big rock climbs. We're definitely gonna boost it like 15 feet in the air.
Yeah.
So we need to get this thing ready to go. And honestly, this is like the true spirit of scrambling here. Taking a street motorcycle and turning it into an off-road hill climbing monster.
Absolutely, and we have to see if you can take the Grom Cup from me because I am the current holder of the Grom Cup. So we have to get this thing ready to do battle against the big bad ADV Grom. And we're also gonna be kitting out the Adventure Grom with some authentic national park stickers all over the panniers, because if you have an adventure bike, it doesn't matter if you've been to those parks or not, you gotta have the stickers on there to prove that you may or may not have been there. Without further ado, let's get ready and install this.
So as you might have seen there, I had to break out the freaking breaker barges, dive into this tail tidy here. Every single bolt on this whole motorcycle is torqued to 10,000 foot-pounds. And I don't understand why. I think it's just some machine with an impact gun that just like sent every single bolt home. The thing was built by the Terminator. Lift up, there we go. Have you ever wanted to see a Grom naked? You want to know how I know this was built all by machines? That is the brake switch cluster thing. And it's all the way from here to there. And I had to take this whole side panel off to get to this. It's a little ridiculous.
Weird, it's like holding a head.
All right, guys, so we have the rear tail tidy all plugged up, and I tested it out, and wouldn't you know it, we get some really bad hyperflash. It's so bad, actually, that it isn't even blinking, and that's the same thing on either side. And if you're wondering, yes, the license plate light is on the same circuit, but what New Rage was kind enough to do was include a flasher relay, which for some reason Honda put up underneath the headlight. So I'm gonna replace that, and we'll actually have a blinker on here as opposed to just a flat amber. So just as simple as plugging in that new flasher relay, all of a sudden, we've got blinkers again, which is awesome. So now I am going to button all of this back up, and hopefully the tail will look really good. I actually can tell that this is gonna be much cleaner, much nicer than the stock thing that was hanging off the back. So let's get it all buttoned up.
Alrighty guys, on the ADV Grom build, you might have noticed us talk about the Grom Bolt, and you might have heard us mention it in a couple other episodes as well. Well, it turns out because we have two Groms, we have encountered it once again. This is the legendary Grom Bolt torqued to maybe like 1,200 foot-pounds, I think?
Yeah, it's some robot just hit it and just would not let go of the impact gun.
Yeah, so as you see here, Spite had to whip out the beefiest pipe in the shop. And let's get this thing out of here.
Ready?
Yep.
Just in case you guys think we were joking, that was a full quarter turn with this pipe, and it's still not loose.
Yeah, it is the Grom Bolt. There it goes.
Finally.
The question is, what does it hold in place?
I have no idea.
Not a whole lot.
I honestly have no idea.
Not a whole lot.
Alrighty, so in the general pantheon of beginner bikes, this has ascended to the realm of the Ahegao wrap. We're going to sticker bomb the hell out of this. Now, if you're going to be doing something this much of a degenerate statement, you don't need to make it in such a janky way. Go ahead, bust out your heat gun and get the job done right. You don't want to look goofy with your Ahegao wrap. You want to look refined, a little bit je ne sais quoi. You know, there's an art to Ahegao wrapping, I find. You must slowly massage the faces.
Alrighty guys, we've wrapped up the Scrambler Grom build for today. Spite, it took the better part of 8 hours today.
9 hours, actually.
9 whole hours. It was quite a long day in the shop. The Grom has struck back once again. We thought we were gonna be done with the ADV one, but in fact, this one also put up a bit of a fight. So as you can see, it's completely transformed. It's looking pretty minty fresh. Got the Ahegao wrap, classic Yami Noob touch. For those of you who've seen the Hentai Hornet from way back when, we did the exact same sticker wrap on this bad boy. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm actually really pleased with how it turned out, especially on these big body panels. It's really nice and smooth. There's not a lot of air bubbles. I guess practice makes perfect, right?
I guess so, yeah. It definitely looks better than the Hentai Hornet, that's for sure. The one thing we did as well that I'm really stoked on is we actually deleted the front fender. Now, deleting a front fender is a bit of a unmodification because you're gonna get some rain and stuff like that flying up above here, but I'm probably not gonna ride this Grom very much in the rain. And so what we did is actually put this little bracket right here to make sure that the brake lines would still clear and everything would work correctly. So if you're gonna do this specific modification on your Grom, make sure you get some bracket to get this back on there. Spite, what do you think was the most challenging part of today?
The most challenging part of today was actually getting these cages on. These cages required a lot of pulling engine bolts out of the motorcycle. And when you do that, you gotta get a jack stand up underneath. And because this thing was built by machines, it was quite difficult to actually get those bolts broken loose. It looks really cool though. And it's nice to have these big sliders right here. It's gonna protect the bike if it goes down. I mean, it is a scrambler. And
something tells me this thing will go down at Grom Battle 2.
Yeah, I have a feeling it'll get cased hard and it'll definitely go over.
I cased it taken out in front here, so it's gonna happen. Yeah.
But I love the look of this fender eliminator kit on here.
Oh yes,
it looks
so nice.
Very good.
It looks so fresh. It really, I mean, the Grom comes with this huge plastic piece back here, so this is a really clean setup. And I think our new aesthetic makes the red brake calipers really pop too. Yeah, I agree with you. The cage was a bit of a handful, but I do think that these bar ends were possibly the hardest thing today.
Yeah, we had to make a run to the AutoZone to get a special screwdriver so we could bust the Dremel out, cut a slash in there.
Yeah.
I mean, those things are torqued to infinity.
Yeah, as you said, the motto for the torque on these bad boys was from Buzz Lightyear, to infinity and beyond. It was pretty ridiculous. We encountered this on our last Grom too, so it wasn't a one-off situation. For whatever reason, the bar ends on the Groms are super torqued down. This is supposed to be just like a Phillips head. You get it, it pops right off. No way you were just gonna pop that off with the Phillips head. No way. And actually, we were looking at the bolt, and it seemed to be kind of spiral torque, or what? Something weird was going on with it.
There was something going on that caused it to really bite in and not move out, but
yeah.
Goddamn, did it make it difficult to pull that bolt out.
Made it pretty hard. And as you guys saw, we've got a brand new full exhaust system on the Grom provided by Leo Vinci. It's sounding pretty good. If you got a Grom, you gotta make it loud. Put a full exhaust system on it. It really livens up the party. And we're now gonna see, I think next week, how it does against the ADV Grom in battle.
Yup.
So real bummer, this video is actually over, but you're in luck. There are hundreds of other Yami Noob videos you can go and check out. Hit this one right over here. Watch it. Do it for Yami-chan.